let's start to look at the proof in our life that shows that we are on the path, that shows that the universe is actually providing for us, because if you look for the proof, you will find it. Hi love, welcome to Guided by Helly. My name is Helly and I'm guiding you to your dream reality. Listen to me when I tell you I am guiding you to your dream reality. If you're tuning in with me even just once a week, you are going to be closer and closer and closer to your dream reality every single week. Hang out with me twice a week, girl, and we're gonna be there tomorrow, okay? So in today's video, I really want to talk about how you are the only one that is stopping you from your dream reality. I'm not even kidding when I tell you that you are standing at the door and everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of this door, and all you have to do is turn that knob, but there's something inside of you that won't let you turn it. That is exactly what is going on right now. You are at the doorstep of your dream. And let me tell you how I know this. If you have found me, if you have been guided to me, you are already in your mind on this journey, on this path of creating your dream reality. I'm not the one that introduced you to manifestation. You're here because the universe is like guiding you. You know what I mean? You're in one of those like Wayvo, it's called Wayvo, the cars that drive themselves, like the little Ubers that drive themselves. You're in a Wayvo. We're just gonna pretend like that's what it's called. You're in a Wayvo. And the universe is the machine driving this thing. But you had to get into that car, and you did. And that's why you're here. And I am going to help you open the door so that you can walk into this space of all your dreams and desires. Listen to me when I am telling you that everything you want is already yours. I recently started meeting with people one-on-one. If you follow me on Instagram, you might get a free month of one-on-one sessions with me. When I watch somebody come to me and they have a block up, and then I just get to say one small thing that gives them this huge perspective shift that alters their entire reality, that only makes my belief in this space so much stronger, which means that I'm able to manifest so much more. You know what I mean? So it's like, I help you, you help me, we help we. Let me actually give you an example of one of the people that I was chatting with, okay? We were talking and she was saying, I'm sick of my job. And that's why I've been talking a lot about careers, because every person that I'm talking to right now is trying to change their work environment, you know, is trying to level up in that space and become more of who they truly want to be. I think people are shifting from like the idea that like, oh, I have to have this job so that I can make money, so that I can live my life and blah, blah, blah. And a lot of people are done with that and wanting to step into a space where it's like, I'm doing what feeds my soul. So I was on a FaceTime call with one of my followers who signed up for one of my free sessions, and she was telling me how she wants to leave her current job and that she wants to go into this new job. Basically, she wants to get into music. And she was looking at it from a perspective of like, oh, I gotta buy all this equipment. And she's like comparing herself to already established musicians. And she's like, it's gonna take so much to build this and blah, 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 blah. And like overcommitting in a way where it's like now stressful. And I told her, what if this music thing isn't supposed to be the career that takes you off and it's all these things that you're now committing to? Because this girl was committing to a full music career in her mind, like decades and decades of hard work and dedication, and she was fully committing to that in her. That's a lot of work to commit to. Imagine you met a man and in your mind you're like, okay, well, we have to get married and blah, 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 blah. You don't have to spend the rest of your life with that man. You don't have to spend the rest of your life with this career, this musical endeavor that you want to go on. You can simply enjoy it and see where it leads you. Maybe it does lead you to a career. Maybe it's just something that's sitting on your heart that is asking you to express yourself in this musical way. You know, it's not always this huge, long journey, and we're not always walking away from... What I'm trying to say is that we don't always have to overcommit to the things that are on our heart, okay? Just follow this journey. Again, it is not, I've said this in every single video, it is not about the end game, it is about the journey. And if you want to be a musician and it's weighing on your heart and you want to go and you want to DJ, or you want to go and you want to be a rapper, or you want to go and you want to do slam poetry in any creative way, if there's something that's weighing on your heart, let's step back from this idea of like, I feel like capitalism has a lot to do with this. Let's step back from the idea that like, I have to commit to this 9 to 5. This is going to be my main thing now. Like, our jobs are always somehow our identity. So it's like, this is going to be my new identity and I have to commit to this and I have to do all these things. No, babes, how about we just ask the universe to bring a network of people who can guide us to that musical space so we can dabble in it and see if we even like it. Let's not commit to a 10-year, 20-year, 30-year career. Let's commit to inviting that energy so that we can explore it. Let's explore it, right? And it was still in her mind like, well, but I don't want to be in my current job at all. And so let me like kind of break this down. So we were chatting and I was noticing a lot of like stress about, oh my God, this is going to be this big thing that I have to do. It's this big shift that I have to do. And you know, I feel like sometimes our beliefs make us think that it's going to be like an overnight thing and it's going to be like a tower moment where our entire current reality comes crumbling down, but it's not always that. Sometimes it's just like a fun little exploration and like we're dabbling. We haven't fully jumped out of our old career yet. We're still there, but we are opening the door to something new, right? So the analogy what I was giving you is you're standing at this door where an entirely different, more desirable reality is on the other side of it. But your anxiety is stopping you from even opening that door because you think opening that door means you have to commit to all these things and then it has to work out. And if it doesn't work out, then you're going to be a failure and blah, 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 blah. Sometimes opening the door is just opening it to see what's inside. Okay. You don't have to even step into the door. Let's open it. Let's open the door to a space that we can slowly step into. If you got every single thing that you wanted, if you were to go like this, and as soon as you opened your eyes, you had everything you've ever wanted. For me, I want a very successful business. I can't and then run a business. There's so much that I have to learn between now and then, right? I can't just get exactly what I want. If I were to even have the thought that that was coming tomorrow, I would have great anxiety and probably run in the opposite direction. The universe would never do that to you. They're not going to just overload you. And that is something that you need to know, because I sometimes think that like the ways that the universe protects you and guides you and like really does give everything to you at the like exactly what you need right when you're ready to receive it and right when you need it. Like we say, or we almost are ungrateful for that. We're almost like, well, I said I wanted $1 million. Where the fuck is my $1 million? If I had $1 million tomorrow, I would go and I would blow it all in 17 seconds. I would have no way to like have the financial intelligence, I don't know, to run $1 million bank account, right? Okay, I need to practice on my little $1,000, $10,000, $20,000 bank account. I need to start there. I need to get little monies in and then manage that. And once I can manage that, then the universe can trust me with a million gajillion dollars and will, you know? But what I was saying is that we need to be grateful for the ways of the universe instead of being like, well, it's not happening or it's taking so long or, oh my God, like the impatience. And then because it's taking a while, you get so impatient and you start to allow doubt to come in. No, stop that right now. And going back to the girl that I was speaking to where I told her, like, we don't have to turn this into a 30-year career. We can just open the door and see what it looks like and see what it feels like. It was a way, like, that mind shift, that little tiny perspective shift of like, oh, I'm not taking on a lot more work and stress. I'm just simply opening up. She was able to then open up and that same exact night met somebody who was somebody who's great to network with in the music area scene in her area. You know, it was just like the second, because if you're scared and worried about something, the universe doesn't want to scare and worry you. They're going to like wait until you're finally ready. So what I'm telling you is look at what you are wanting. And let's say you have this block and you're like, it's not coming. What's going on? What's wrong? Maybe it is a simple perspective shift, because she was sitting there like, oh, I really want to get into music. I really want to do that. And so thinking like, well, that's putting it out there. Speak it into existence. I really want to get into music. But the thought and the feeling behind the music and getting into that was so much pressure, so much stress, so much work, like all of that. And the universe is like, no, baby, I'm here to make you feel good. Like, like I know you don't want stress and pressure. So like if that's stress and pressure to you, I'm not going to give it to you. So then she was guided to me, and our conversation was able to create openness surrounding that. And now she's open to it, of like, oh my God, I'm not committing all this time to this. I'm simply exploring something fun that brings me joy. It's on my heart and I want to explore that, and apply that to any hobby, anything at all. And another thing, this is like a random little whatever. If there's something that you love, right, and you want it to be for a job, just so you know, you might have a belief about work. Like your work is programmed with this like, energy, right? So if you were to go and do what you love for work is still programmed with this like energy, right? So you could be doing whatever you know how they say, do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life. If you do not, I was going to say work on, like if you don't, I have to say work on. If you don't work on your beliefs and energy surrounding work as a whole, work in general, then once work becomes something that you once loved, it is going to ruin it. And I hate that I'm saying that because nothing is ruined, but like it's going to bring down the energy of what you once loved. Because like hobby, fun, joy, you associate that with this like ha 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 fun energy, right? And work is associated with this like energy. So if you want to do something that you love for work, let's also focus, or let me not say work so many times. Let's focus on what work means to us. And we can program work. You can program anything with any energy, right? Like love, relationships for one person might be programmed with like love, joy, relationships. That's their programming of that. And then somebody else's programming of love and relationships is like love, relationships. So you can program these things however you would like. And you can absolutely reprogram work through affirmations. And simply like if you're working in a job that you absolutely hate, we're going to use that as the perfect opportunity to truly watch how we can change our mindset about something and then change the reality of it. If you're working in an office where the people that you work with are awful, or XYZ, that was another client that I was talking to, that's her situation where it's like the energy of my work is so like, ugh, right? And I'm bouncing around a lot. I'm sorry, but like I hope everybody here has ADHD and can follow this. But I think, and I also talked about this last night with my client. But there's this scene in The Secret, the movie. They had a book and then they made it into a movie. It's basically about the law of attraction. It's a very boring movie, but I highly recommend. I love it. I think that the messages in there were really, really great. So in The Secret, this movie, there was a part, and actually I don't even remember if it was from that, but I think it is. There was a guy at his work, and he said that he was so miserable at work, and he was gay, and everybody was making fun of him, and like nobody, blah, 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 blah. Like they were just rude. They were hateful. And so he said, I'm going to affirm to myself that I love my job. Everything is great. Everybody is so kind to me. And he started to notice people started getting transferred. The people that were rude to him got fired or moved, or one person even ended up in the hospital. Like the universe started to clear it out. Once he changed his perspective, he was still going to that same office where people were homophobic and hateful. But as he was affirming something that wasn't in his current reality, the reality followed and started to shift. So let's use our a less favorable reality, like maybe work that is already programmed as like meh, to reprogram that to be like, I love work. When I am at work, I'm able to express myself freely. When I am at work, I am seen for who I truly am. I am seen for all the hard work. I am compensated for all of my hard work. Affirming these things to us. Whatever we focus on, where focus goes, energy flows. So pick pieces of your life to reprogram at any time. Right now, I'm currently reprogramming my entire body, and I will be talking about that once I'm like obviously through the transformation. But like pick things in your life to transform and focus on them and stick to it. And if the universe is slowly letting things creep in the perfect divine timing, then be grateful for that. Don't wake up in the current reality that was less favorable and start being like, well, see, I didn't wake up in the Bahamas today. I'm supposed to be on vacation. I told the universe I wanted $1 million. I told the universe I wanted to be a online influencer making a bajillion dollars traveling and just in the cutest clothes. Everybody, all these brands are sending me stuff. Like, and since I'm not that, I'm pretty miserable. Okay, and I bet you if the universe gave you a gajillion followers and a bunch of brands sending you stuff, you would be so overwhelmed with all of the posting that you had to do. You would not have a routine in place. You would not know how to handle the comments that were coming your way. You would not know how to blah, 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 blah. So how about start looking for the proof in your life that is showing that you are moving towards that direction instead of being like the kid in the back of the van, like, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? You know you have to drive to get there. And like you're like, there is a process, right? There are things that you have, there are landmarks that you have to pass. There is, you know what I mean? Like it's not even, go back and listen to the last video. It's not even about the timing, right? It's about the process of everything. We have to go spring, summer, fall. Why am I acting like I don't know the seasons? The process is spring, summer, fall, winter, right? The process for me getting to the deli is 17 steps. You know what I mean? Not really. But like, you know, do you know what I mean? Like the process has to happen. You have to learn to, you have to get in the process of getting a schedule for your posting. You have to get in the process of having relationships with all of these companies, and you have to get in the process of getting comfortable on camera. You want to be a famous influencer, but you're not even comfortable on camera. You think the universe is going to give you something that you're uncomfortable with? That's another way to be grateful. Thank you, universe, for not giving me so much that I couldn't even handle. Thank you for taking your time with me. Thank you for letting this process be so enjoyable. Thank you for letting me go at a pace that is that is perfect for my divine life. Do you know what I mean? Like there's so much to be grateful for, and you're over here like standing outside the door like the door isn't locked. There's nothing stopping you from opening that door, but you're like, ugh. Well, the door wasn't open. Well, I still have to open the door. Or like, oh my God, maybe you're not even facing the door. You don't even see the door. So you don't even know that you're standing right outside. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like, let's start to look at the proof in our life that shows that we are on the path, that shows that the universe is actually providing for us. Because if you look for the proof, you will find it. If you look for abandonment, you will find it. This is something I've said a while ago. I want you to close your eyes. Close them right now. Okay? Close your eyes. No. Pause. I want you to open your eyes. And I want you to look around and look for everything pink that you can see. Start counting it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 pink things. Now, close your eyes. I want you to tell me the amount of red things in your room. Give me a number. You don't know because you didn't count them, because you didn't look for them. So they are not in your reality. That is exactly what focus and manifestation is. Manifestation is not some hard thing to understand. It is like I just explained it with the most simple analogy of counting colors. What you look for is what you will see. Start looking for blessings. Start looking for joy. Start looking for a reality that makes you happy and gives you space to be who you are and inspires you to be better and that feels good. Start looking for that and you will find that. Start looking for proof that the universe is on your side, and you will find that. Something that I made a big mistake on my manifestation journey was me being the kid that was sitting in the back seat that was like, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? When I first started manifesting, I was asking for very small things. It was a little bit of proof to show me that manifestation is real. It was like $75. It was like these small things, and I was treating them like they were the most insane manifestations ever. Like you would have thought I won the lottery 3 times in a row. Like I was like, no fucking way, this world is so magical and cool, right? And I was on a roll. And then I was like getting comfortable with that. So I was like, okay, now I want to be the next Taylor Swift. These are just examples. Now I want to be as famous as Taylor Swift. I'm going to be Beyonce. I can, you know, blah, 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 blah. I want to have 100,000 followers on Instagram. I want blah, 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 blah. And it didn't happen overnight because I wasn't actually A, ready for it, or B, believing that it was possible. I was just doing like throwing stuff out there, and it didn't really happen because it's a lot easier. There's a lot less doubt in manifesting $75 than there is in manifesting Taylor Swift. And so I let that doubt stop me, right? So I asked for it. It didn't happen overnight like the $75 did, or the Cardi B tickets, or the whatever. And I let it stop me from believing in this magic. You know, that initial like, oh my God, I can't believe this is fucking real, started to like that went away. And now I have so much doubt, and now I'm creating blocks, and now I'm not opening up doors because I don't even believe in it. Do you see what I'm saying, darling? It's always moving in the direction that you believe it is. So if you're asking for something and you're believing that that thing will come, that will come. Stop saying, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Just look for the proof. It's like when you're in the car, you know you're driving in the right direction because you see the trees passing you. You're like, I see the sign that says I'm getting closer. I see a sign. Look for signs that you're getting closer, just like in that journey. You know, it's like, stop letting the final destination be like what makes you happy, because nobody ever makes it. Look at J-Lo. You know, you would have thought that she made it, but life is an up and a down journey. You know, you can be one of the A-list, one of the very few A-list celebrities in America, and then you can plummet to being a big old joke, right? So don't glorify this like made it perspective and be like, I'm not going to be happy until I make it. Be happy that you're going in the right direction. Be happy that things are actually working out for you. Start looking for the proof that everything is going great. Start looking for the proof that things are happening in your best, like in your favor. And my brain is getting mushy. I think I've said the messages that I need to say, because like as I'm talking, it's just like I'm getting so off track and I'm not like locked in anymore. And that is usually my indication that the message is out. Whatever needs to be said has been said. So we're going to leave it at that. I trust that the message has found you. I trust that you, whoever is looking for this message, has found it. And I'm so grateful for you for joining us. And if you have made it all the way to the end, check in with me in the comments. Say hello, hi, hey girl. Leave let's say a dolphin emoji, and I will see you guys on Sunday.